Hello, every pony, and yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm Quill. Welcome to my channel, and please don't let this be your first impression of me. If you couldn't guess by the title, the thumbnail, or that god-awful intro, today's Sona will be a pony, specifically a My Little Pony. No mood board this time, I'm just jumping straight into the drawings. Similar to Warriors, I wasn't super big into the show or the toys themselves. It was more so the fan content that got a hold of me. I watched a bit of the show, sure, but I don't remember Twilight being turned into a princess. I only know it happened. So that should tell you how far I got. As always, I was super drawn to the world building and the fan theories. I was so curious about Celestia, Luna, and Cadence, and utterly fascinated by the other species of the world. Dragons, changelings, griffins, even bat ponies. And this is why I lied in the intro. I'm actually not making a pony Sona. I'll be making a sorta changeling Sona. Per the rules established in the first video, I can't give this character any kind of backstory. However, I can give them just enough background knowledge to fit into the world. See my Night Silk Sea Tribrid from the Wings of Fire video. Besides, I like imagining my Sona as a shapeshifter of some kind, and that's why they're able to blend into these worlds so well. Changelings are the shapeshifters of MLP, so I say it's a great choice. Besides, how many MLP content creators do you know who are changelings? I briefly mentioned it in the first video, but I already have a lot of Sonas and self-inserts, so I'm trying to make this specific Sona and their variants different from the ones I already have. I already have a unicorn self-insert, so I really wanted to do something different. And there's so much wiggle room with changeling designs. Most ponies you see don't have any black on their design unless they're evil, or fangs, or horns. And the whole point of this Sona is making them fit in with the universe I'm sending them to, not stick out like a sore thumb, or hoof. Enough justifying though, let me get onto the actual design. I wanted my Sona to be a mostly reformed changeling. They've done a lot of work to heal themselves and become better, but some small parts of them are still bogged down by negativity. Or, in simple terms, I wanted the pretty colors and black. I gathered a lot of references that I ended up not really using. Most changelings are bald, but I really needed my Sona to have hair. I also forgot about the sectioning you see on actual changelings. You know, those areas where they're segmented and overlaid. Yeah, I forgot about that. So my Sona honestly ended up looking more like a pony changeling hybrid, but I don't have the energy nor desire to go back and change them right now. Similar to my Sona, I didn't want their main fur color to be skin toned, so I went with a light purple. The hair is almost exactly the same as my main Sona, but I changed red into pink since red really stands out in MLP. Same process goes for the eyes and horns. I almost gave them some really cool wings since it kind of looked like all changelings are alicorns. I mean, they all have wings and horns, so what else am I supposed to assume? But I didn't want the design to get too busy, and yes, I know this is ironic given some of the past design choices I have made, and I just couldn't really make it work. But that's fine with me, I like this weird wingless unicorn changeling thing even more. I have to confess, I'm not a huge fan of the unicorn-style tails that people tend to give characters in more recent MLP fan art. It suits some characters really well, don't get me wrong, but man, it just reminds me of a rat tail. Nothing against rats, I just prefer my horses with full and luscious tails, you know? I only bring this up because the changeling tail still reminds me of those unicorn-style tails, but it was also literally unavoidable since I had to incorporate the cow tail in from the original design. The changeling tail was just a bit more tolerable. Similar to all the Sonas that came before, this pony gets tattoo-esque designs along their legs. I added the teal for a little color variation since I originally thought this character would have way more colors. I honestly really love the changeling designs, both reformed and non-reformed, so I don't know why I ended up excluding so many of their unique traits. I think part of the reason is because I don't have any practice drawing ponies, and I feel like I need to get the basic shapes down and consistent before I deviate from it at all. This is also the reason why there's only one drawing instead of 2 or 3. Anyways, I added a white underbelly and neck to represent the original shirt, and some white freckles along their back. I wanted to give this trait to my warrior Sona as well, but I couldn't find any real-life cats with this kind of patterning, and the design already looked busy enough without it. I also gave them a gold necklace and horseshoe things to bring that gold back into the design. I only gave this Sona 1-star necklace, which made me think it back to my WAF Sona who got all 3. I can't believe I'm already getting inconsistent with my designs, and it's only been a few weeks. I'm not gonna change it though. I think it suits the whole dragons hoard more treasures stereotype. The only thing I would change about this design in hindsight would be more color gradients and maybe a little something different with their hair. Aside from that, I'm pretty happy with it. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I apologize if it's a little shorter than usual. Everything came together really quickly, which I'm grateful for since I'm really excited for the next video. Next week, we'll finally be going back to humanoids, this time with some freaky flaws. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.